which is transition in energy. So transition in energy, let's just leave it to you, Dave, to kick things off tonight.
It's exactly that. It's a transition. This is not something you can flip a light switch and do. So, a lot of times you hear the argument about, whether to go green or whether, to go traditional and legacy energy sources. But as we know, this is a long game, and it's a transitional activity that we need to be involved in. So we're doing this now. We're in the preparation stages. Traditional energy is not going to go away overnight. We have a lot of need for it, and it's in manufacturing, it's in plastics, and it's in everything else besides just heat and powering your vehicles. So it's not going anywhere. But the thing is, the trick is how we make that transition smoothly. How do we allow for the renewables to come online, and how do we allow the public to be able to participate in that activity and help enable that and spur that growth.
We were speaking about this week when I interviewed Talisha Shine. It was in China, they opened 182 coal plants in the last 12 months, which was more coal plants than the rest of the world has closed down. And people start to think about, we're transitioning across, but there's other parts of the world where there's a lot of coal mines coming online right now. You're looking at India, Philippines, Indonesia. All of these countries need energy in order to go through their form of industrial revolution, which has obviously happened with us, going back 100 years. And therefore, they're looking at coal. And if you think of the big drop in CO2 emissions in America, a lot of that was from us switching from coal plants to natural gas as well. So when we start to talk about this, and we spoke about the price break points of looking at, $9 a barrel, if the whole world starts producing green energy en masse at $9 a barrel, then that's essentially the end of fossil fuels as an energy source, but we'll still be producing fossil fuels, as you said, for plastics, Dave, and other sources there as well, medical products, things like that as well. So we'll never stop producing fossil fuels, everybody. We'll still need it. It's just for our main energy source, this is something we're going to be moving away with. Going up to you there, Shep, in Wyoming, he's been speaking to a wind energy company.
DINGO. What they do, they monitor everything, the analytics on all the data processing points and everything of how much commodity and how much power each wind turbine at any given time is producing at that given moment, and whether each wind turbine needs particular maintenance or anything in that area.
So if you look at that then, Dave, so what do you understand from the data point of view in terms of, it would be great to get somebody from DINGO, if they're watching this, to come on to one of the future shows and explain in more detail. But, Shep's getting a free baseball hat for this plug tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So, we'll keep it going for at least another 30 seconds. If we go for over a minute, he gets us a T-shirt as well. So we'll keep that going. But, over to you,
Okay.
Dave. Explain a bit more about the data side of things, which is happening here.
Kind of like, part of the platform that we're ready to launch is allowing people to perform research and data analytics on their investment. And so when we post projects up on the website, and people will be able to do a drill down, and we'll have various plugins from third-party companies that will pull this data-rich information in. It'll be information on production over time. It'll be information on geological maps. It'll be information that's typically been housed in paper files in small town halls all over the country.
Yeah, and this is obviously, as we start to look at tokenization of energy and creating wind energy tokens, it's like the data analysis piece of a company like DINGO. We can utilize that in terms of plugging it in. So any potential investors, people interested in about these projects, they'll be able to take companies like DINGO. So as part of the development of what we're actually creating out there for our energy tokens platform is this ability to work with third